We're back live for the final race of the final round. This is to decide who goes into our grand final, which will be a one race wins all. The racing is incredibly tight. We're really lucky to be part of this, and let's take a look at our leaderboard.
It's as tight as it can be. The first place is from Croatia, Pavel Kostov, and Chupac with 8 points, and only 2 points behind is Ellen Nørgaard and Thompson from Denmark. And the Spanish team, Carlos Paz and Paz Blanco on third with 12 points. That's only 4 points for the top 3 places, but it's really tight behind that as well. There's all in it for this last race of the final round that will decide the top 4 boats that go into the grand final and have a chance to win the medals.
Yeah, this is what sailing fans dream of, the best in the world right here, racing to try and make it happen, everything in the world, or everything they can do to just get in that top group and have a chance to win this championship. Most exciting of all, we have James Peters and Ed Fitzgerald, our youth world champion by being the top placing team at this championship, already wrapped up. They've now come through from 8th position. They're in the qualifying spot right now. If they can have a good race here, they could see themselves into the grand final and possibly even winning the whole thing. We are under 2 minutes to go.
You can see the starting vessel on the left side of the course, and the starting line is marked by the 2 orange flags, one on the starting vessel on the left, and then there's a rubber boat with another orange flag. And we again see some boats bunching up on the right side of the screen. That is actually the left side of the starting line, and they will start on port. Very likely that they will start on port, not without right away. So they do have to duck. That means go behind. I think we're in less than a minute to the start.
Less than a minute to the start. We've got 5 teams stacking up on for the port tack option. Just 3 teams trying to start on starboard, the traditional way we usually see it. Boat 6 there, plainly in view, is the French team of Jan Richaud, or Matt Frey and Jan Richaud. They were leading that last race and got passed on the last downwind by the Croatians by millimeters. Our GPS system here actually got it right, and that was confirmed by the race committee how they're scoring. You see them just double tacking there to close out any space. Really important with these lane boundaries to not have any space so you can call for room. They'll be getting ready to start here in just a moment, and we'll see that by them all bearing away. Oh.
The current leader from Croatia up at the starting boat number 4. He's going to get a clean start, I'm pretty sure.
Here they go. French off to a good start, and all the boats coming through, ducking. Not much space there. Julien Dorothy in the number 7 boat getting squeezed by Anton Paz, our previous race winner. They're coming by, and they're all going to be having to tack on this lane.
These are the port tack starting boats.
Look at that, 5 of them in a row coming right at us. That is an exciting look. There on the right side of our screen, we see the guys who started on starboard tacking back. A little duck there from the Polish, that's Martin. He's looking to get on the hip of Matthew Frey. And once again, we see Matthew Frey and Jan Richaud looking like they're in the lead. Onto the close side here, and we see Carlos Paz will be the first to tack on starboard. We'll see if he can extend and have everyone duck him, if they'll go at the same time, like Alan Nørgaard is right there. We see them all tacking almost simultaneously here. Next up will be to see if the Croatians can cross Alan Nørgaard. If they can, that means the starboard tack start has been favored yet again, and it is. Again, let's see. Oh, they're not going to make Carlos Paz, though. Big duck here from the Croatians. So Carlos Paz in a good position. He'll be in 2nd place here. We see Matthew Frey and Jan Richaud coming in the foreground in our number 6 boat. They're in the lead. We've seen them there already in the last race. They're sailing really nicely here. And look how tight that battle is in second.
If we can focus in again on the Danish boat, they're doing the wild thing again. Alan Nørgaard is climbing on the shoulders of his crew.
In just a second, we'll have to
completely new
see
way
him
of
jump
sailing
down.
this boat. He's approaching the border. He'll jump down now. You can see him in the background. And now he's going to tack. He's going to call for right away. It does not pay off that much, I'm afraid, though, because he does have to put in a lot of effort to get up there on the shoulders and disturb the boat quite a bit.
Back to the action. Let's see on board with Carlos Paz. These guys were in 2nd place heading into this tack. Let's see if they... Oh, another good tack. No problem there. These guys have been practicing. We've got Matthew Frey, the boat number 6, coming up to just ahead of them. They look like they're still in the lead, but Carlos Paz should be on ley line there and take it into the windward mark with fair comfort. Oh, look how close it is. I say fair comfort, not a chance. On board with our King of the Downwind competition leaders, those are the Croatians. king of the downwind of competition, where they sailed the least downwind of anyone all week. So they've got a lot of catching up to do because they're going to have to do.
Oh my God, it's tight again. French boat has a little lead.
We see Carlos Paz hasn't been able to make the ley line, so he's going to fall way back.
Oh no, does he have to jibe away? He probably has. Can he make it? Can he make it? He's full stopping, trying to muffin, and now he's tacking. That's going to
cost us the whole thing.
So
poor
he has to tack.
Let's pan down, James. Keep up with the leaders, please. And we see Jan Richaud and Matthew Frey just extending downwind. That's them in the Seiko Brandon Spinnaker. Off they go. And here's the battle for second place. In our foreground is the Irish. The Irish here needing a good race to move into the final, so they're coming through when it counts.
The Irish moving out to the closer side of the course. Mathieu Frey with a fair lead. Ellen Norgard also coming towards us on the closer side of the course.
We can see
the French are already
around the leeward mark.
So what's the score if this would be the finish? Ellen Norgard would actually be leading with his 4th place with 14 points, but tied on points with a Croatian. So that's going to be really tight. The French would be 3rd. James Peters would not qualify at the moment. So the big question is, can James Peters catch up, get a good upwind now, and catch up to make the cut to top 4?
Yeah, we'll have to see. He's been on quite a run so far, so I wouldn't doubt it. He's come back a number of times already.
If he comes 4th, he can make it. He can make it into the top 4.
Let's go to our virtual leaderboard and see what it's telling us for the standings.
So it's jumping back and forth all the time. He's in 6th position at the moment. If he would be 4th, he would make the cut to top 4. So let's go back to the race and see where he is. Mathieu Frey with the solid lead.
I've just been notified that boat number 3, that is Carlos Paz, hit the windward mark as well, so he's now...
No, that's Mathieu Frey.
No, boat number 3, not in 3rd place. So Carlos Paz, not only did he not make that ley line, but he also touched the mark. He's virtually out of it. That opens up a spot for one of the guys who was trying to get into the lead to come back. Poor guy was sailing so well and just all had it fall apart with that capsize and then hitting the mark.
So James Peters currently in 5th place.
Yeah, we can see the Irish here, boat number 5. It's coming over to the ley line. They'll be tacking soon. And here's James Peters. He is coming out to the close ley line boundary. He'll get room to tack from the Polish on his hip, and we'll see if he can have a good enough tack he'll be able to hold. And here's our leaders. Coming into the windward mark, this is Team Seiko, Mathieu Frey and Jan Richaud. We've seen how well they've been sailing the last 2 races, and that's great for them. In 2nd place is the Irish team, also a qualifying position for them. Now let's pan back and see what happens with James Peters. James Peters climbing up into
4th place.
3rd or 4th place, so he's still in the running. We've seen him come back time and time again already this race.
Overall, he's currently ranked 4th, but tied on points with Ryan Seaton. So it's the battle.
Oh, Martin had a poor rounding there. He was going so slow into it. James Peters has got below him, though. Interesting way he's raced. And there's Danish Alan Norgard. Probably had the best rounding, so he's actually trying to roll both of them. No, he jibes early with the extra speed when they come out of these jibes. That's not going to help
James Peters.
Oh no, stay on there, James. Go back to those leaders.
Go back to the battle at the back. Mathieu Frey, he is gone. He's got a huge lead. He will win this. James, pan back to the 2nd bunch. That's the race winners.
Look at that.
They have qualified. They have qualified for the grand final. Now it's Ryan Seaton
in
2nd place. And they're really close. They're tied on points with James Peters. It's going to be awfully close. If James Peters can hold that place, if he can hold that place and not let the Polish boat go, then he'll also qualify.
We see Alan Norgard looking accelerated first there. Looks like he'll be into 3rd. He's going to have one more drive for the finish.
A 4th place could be enough. No, a 4th place will be enough for James Peters. That means he qualifies. He does make it to the grand final. He jumped from the other fleet.
Look how close that is.
From the other fleet. If the results stand like this, then James Peters did qualify from round 3 into this final round, and now he's going to make it into the grand final. And he won the Youth World Championship title. He will have a chance to become European champion and Youth World Champion at the same time in one day.
And, you know, he's impressing me more and more. His boat handling is slick. His decision-making slick. He's starting well. Time and time again, he's come back through the fleet even, which is a very difficult skill. You know you're sailing well if you can come back through the fleet.
Yeah, absolutely. He looks like a cool operator out there.
And we can see our Croatian King of the Downwind leaders. They've, after the race is finished, they've put it in the water, but taken a little rest.
Yeah, cooling down.
No, it looks like some damage to their centerboard there.
You think so?
Oh,
has it peeled off?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Poor guys.
Yes.
They can't be impressed with that. They qualified for the final. I wonder if one of their competitors will be on the centerboard.
They will get a replacement board. Jesus, how did they make it to the finish with that centerboard?
I don't know, but if we can get Rigo to get a spare centerboard from someone for them, that would be great.
Because it's all on for the grand final now. Just one race to go in this European Championship.
Look at that, they can barely right their boat. There's nothing to push against. Poor fellas.
Yep.
Okay.
Someone's got to notify the race officer.
Okay, let's pan back. Those guys will have some difficulties.
As if this race format wouldn't be dramatic enough.
Now they've got to try and right their boat with no centerboard.
So they're currently placed in third place. They're qualified for the grand final. It's Ben, explain the grand final to us. What's going to happen there?
Well, the grand final is as simple as it can be, Marcus. It's 4 boats. They're all equal on points. Whoever crosses the finish line first wins the gold. Likewise, for second, wins the silver. Third wins the bronze. And in fourth place, some call it the leather medal, but it doesn't get you in as many bars at the Olympics.
So major drama in that grand final.
Yeah.
Let's confirm. Let's get the results confirmed so we can finalize the score.
Okay.
And then we come back for the grand final in just a few minutes, and let's hope that these guys will fix their centerboard.
Yes, let's do that. Okay, for Marcus Bauer, I'm Ben Remacher, and we're signing out.